everyone! First off, I just want to start out by saying a huge thank you to everyone who's been so supportive about the Truth Diaries this week. It's been so overwhelming to see so many people posting about the Truth Diaries, posting about me on Instagram and on Twitter. I can't believe that people have actually been posting about it, even when they don't even know what it's about. So honestly, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's done that. It's really meant a lot. Well, I guess I should start out by saying what the Truth Diaries is actually about. So, over the past 18 months, I've actually been suffering with something called physical depression. And a lot of people don't really know what that is. What it is your serotonin levels in your brain, which control your mood, crash and they just plummet, and that's what happened to me. You know, I was fine, every situation in my life was perfect, I was the happiest that I'd ever been. I had such a peace with my personal life and my relationship with God and my relationship with, you know, my family and friends. And then one day my serotonin levels just completely crashed and I became depressed. You know, at first it was a real struggle, and when I say a real struggle, I mean a really big struggle. I had no motivation to do anything. I completely lost my passion for everything. I was angry with God at the fact that He was allowing me to go through it. The fact that I knew that He could just click His fingers and get rid of it, and yet He didn't. I was just furious with Him, as you can imagine. You know, I didn't even wash my hair for 6 weeks. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even engage in a conversation with someone because the depression was that bad. So what I did was I went to the doctors, and he actually diagnosed me with severe physical depression. And he put me on medication, and although I wanted and thought it would I would kind of be back to normal within a couple of weeks, it certainly wasn't that fast. It wasn't until 6 months after that I actually started to feel somewhat better within myself. You know, I was still feeling really bad, and you know, I still wasn't motivated to do anything. I was still really angry with God that He was still allowing me to be in this place, even when I was crying out to Him for help. You know, if I've ever had a problem or been in any situation where I've needed help in my life, the first thing I've done is run to God with my problem, and He's taken care of it like that. So when I was running to Him with my problem with the depression and He wasn't relieving me of it, I was just completely confused, because I was like, well, why isn't He taking it away? And you know, anger developed from that, because I had complete trust and faith in Him prior to the depression, and then when He wasn't taking it away, it was on the verge of ruining and destroying me. Prior to the depression, something that I was really passionate about was fashion and style, as you can now probably tell by my Instagram. But when the depression hit me, all of my passion for that completely went away. I had no motivation to pursue anything like that, or you know, even like do outfit of the days. I mean, I wasn't even getting ready on a morning. Like I said, I didn't wash my hair for 6 weeks, so I was in no place to take an outfit of the day and post it on Instagram. It was one day that I randomly stumbled upon a makeup tutorial on YouTube, and I'd never watched a makeup tutorial before because I kind of had my set routine of what I did on a morning, and that was that. But I watched this one makeup tutorial and I was just completely hooked. And from that I started to develop a passion for beauty and looking nice again, and you know, putting effort into how I looked again on a morning, instead of, you know, just staying in my pyjamas, not washing my hair for 6 weeks, looking like a mess. So that was the first thing that I was passionate about after the depression. After a while, my passion for designing came back. I was starting to design inspirational pictures on Photoshop with, you know, maybe an encouraging quote or an inspiring scripture. And that encouraged me, but it also encouraged other people on Instagram where I posted it. And you know, that made me feel good that I wasn't only inspiring and encouraging myself, but I was actually helping other people, even though they didn't know what I was going through at the time. And eventually in March, April time of 2013, I started to become obsessed with Pinterest. And although this may sound funny to people that I was obsessed with Pinterest, it actually really helped me, because it started to ignite the passion of fashion and style again, which I had prior to the depression. And although this wasn't instant, it was a progression, and it was something that, you know, I wanted to get back into again. So I started to want to make myself look nice again and take outfit of the days and post them on Instagram to show, you know, how I styled an outfit. And another passion that God was developing in me from the depression was cooking. One of the things that we found out when I was diagnosed with physical depression was that gluten might actually have an effect on your serotonin levels. So once I found out that, I completely cut gluten from my diet. And because I went gluten-free, you know, I started wanting to experiment with different recipes and different ingredients, and through that God developed in me a passion for cooking, and not only cooking but gluten-free cooking. Prior to the depression, something that I did a lot of would be helping people and giving advice. And although I wasn't a certified counsellor or anything like that, I had no education in it. It was something that I really enjoyed to do, and then when the depression hit me, that kind of just completely went away. But as I was starting to slowly feel better, I felt like I wanted to help people again. So I wanted a place where people knew that they could come to me and ask for advice or help in any situation that they may be going through. Since my passion was being renewed for things that I'd loved to do before, such as fashion and style and helping people and giving advice, and also I had a new developing passion for hair and beauty and gluten-free eating, I felt like I wanted to share with the world what I was passionate about. And although Instagram was a great tool to do that at the time, I had just a growing pile of outfit of the days and recipes and beauty reviews that I just wanted to share with the world. It was about May 2013 when I had an idea of starting a blog. And I was in two minds about it, because it was something that I felt like I really wanted to do, which was amazing to be passionate about something in the depression. But like I said, I still had depression at this time. And although it wasn't as hard for me as when my serotonin levels first crashed in August 2012, it was still a battle every day. So I gave it to God and trusted that He would show me what to do. In June 2013, I had the opportunity of going to Chicago, and at this point I was still praying about what God wanted me to do in regards to the blog. So I was just praying that God would show me and direct me in which path I was meant to take. So I took the trip to Chicago, and it was amazing. You know, it was as if God was just answering my prayers there and then. I had like 10 plus people coming up to me a day in the most randomest of places, asking me, where did you get your top? Where did you get your shoes? Do you have a business card? Are you a personal stylist? Can you help me with my style? And I was just blown away. And it was then that it occurred to me that this was something that God wanted me to do. I didn't even wait till I got home to start this blog. I started right there and then in Chicago when I felt like I had confirmation that that's what I was meant to do. I had my dad take an outfit of the days for me so that I could compile them into a style shoot that I could then put on the blog. So when I got home from Chicago, I immediately started to design the blog. However, little did I know at the time what it was actually going to turn out to be. What I thought was just going to be a blog actually grew into a brand, company and business. This brand contained 4 key elements: book, blog, site, store. The book is kind of like a diary that I kept whilst I was going through the depression. It was something where I was able to write my thoughts and feelings down. 80,000+ words later, it turned into a book. The book is designed for people who are suffering with any type of depression, you know, situational depression, emotional depression, and what I had, physical depression. But it's also for people who are going through a hard time. The book is also designed for people that have a family member or a friend who is suffering with depression. It kind of shows them how to deal with that person at that time of their life. The website has many different elements to it, but one of my favourite elements is Dear Nicki. Dear Nicki is designed for you. If you're out there and you need a bit of help and advice in anything that you're going through, or just want someone to talk to, I want you to know that there is someone out there that you can talk to, and that's me. Whatever you're going through, feel free to message me anytime. There is a designated page on the website where you can just email me straight from there. The store, which is not up and running just yet, will sell my personal designs. Those designs are wall art designed by me, and they may have an inspiring scripture or an encouraging quote or anything like that. But there is a large selection, and who doesn't want a bit of inspiration hanging on their wall? Now onto my favourite part of the brand, the blog. Eek! I love the blog, and I really hope that you do too. It has so many different elements to it. Fashion and style, hair and beauty, lifestyle, the kitchen diaries, travel, faith and loving lately, which is what I'm loving lately. Do you remember me saying how I was just so angry at God at the fact that He didn't relieve me of this depression straight away? Well, now I'm glad that He didn't. Although I know He didn't give me the depression, He led me through it. You know, I truly believe that if I hadn't have gone through this depression and every stage that came along with it, I would not be where I am now. I would not be living my dreams, filming this video for you on my launch day. And I am just so thankful that God led me through the depression and led me to fulfill this amazing plan that He has for my life, which contains so many of my old passions and newfound passions which He gave me through the depression. So today I am so excited that you've taken this journey with me in launching my brand, which is the Truth Diaries, and I hope that you will just go explore the Truth Diaries and every aspect that it has, and I really hope that you love the Truth Diaries as much as I do and continue along this journey with me. Thank you for watching, and yeah, just go enjoy the Truth Diaries. Bye!